Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Professor Kulbhushan Chandel from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Today we are going to talk on module Development of Ethical Behavior in Organizations from paper Human Values and Indian Ethos. After completing this module, the students will be able to learn about the ethics and morale, approaches to ethics, ethical infrastructure, elements of ethical competency, Indian ethos in management, Indian work ethics, work ethos and management. Let's introduce the topic. Work ethics are very important for the success of the business and for increasing the productivity of the people at the workplace for any business organization. The work ethics and work ethos varies from one country to another and also from one organization to another organization. The work ethics plays a very significant role in increasing the efficiency of the business activities. Indian system of the business and management are based on the Indian values and traditions enshrined in our ancient scripture. Indian philosophy considers work as worship and even the customers are treated as God. Work ethics have a very important place in the business organizations. Ethos is a Greek word which means character that is used to describe the guiding belief and ideals that characterize a community, nation, and ideology. It is also distinguishing character, morale, or guiding beliefs of a person, group, or institution. Indian ethos is all about what can be termed as national ethos, the body of knowledge which derives the solutions from the rich and huge Indian system of ethics that is moral philosophy that is known as Indian ethos in management. Indian ethos in management has its base in the cultural heritage of India. Indian culture has its roots in the religions. There are various religions practiced in India like Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and many more. Indian ethos and ethics are also derived from the Vedas, Ramayanas, Mahabharatas, Bhagavad Gita, and various Upanishads. There are basic universal truths that are followed from the past, and these are the essential infinitude. There are basic universal truths that are followed from the past, and these are the essential infinitude and divinity of all souls, the essential oneness and solidarity of universal and all life. Approaches to ethics. Ethical compliance by individuals in an organization can only be ensured through strict codes and through the actions of individuals themselves. Thus, in order to encourage the ethical behavior and prevent the misconduct in any organization, it is necessary to adopt any of the following three approaches. First, it is compliance approach. This approach depends on the rules and practices which are designed to keep the members of the organization out of trouble. Rules are placed in the personal manuals, code of conducts, and new employees orientation sessions. Moreover, there are many government regulations which require to be signed by the employee regarding the rules or codes of conduct. Those who break these rules are presumed to do so out of the ignorance and willful intention. Detection is the key to successful compliance approach. The compliance approach speaks of the development of the ethical codes, bringing legislations, strengthening the implementation mechanisms, and developing infrastructural mechanisms such as anti-corruption bodies. Then it comes integrity approach. This approach empowers an individual to make value judgment about right and wrong. It is value driven rather than the rule driven approach. One has to learn how to deal with the ethical challenges and dilemmas. Training, ethical education, good leadership, incentives, and ethical decision making theories are the major techniques that are used in the integrity approach. Fusion approach to ethical compliance. The two approaches, integrity and compliance, are not opposite approaches. Rather, it is also possible to have a blend of both these two approaches, and it is studies under a fusion approach. It is the fusion of both the approaches which becomes necessary for the adherence to the ethical compliance. Kaleidoscope of rules, regulations, and laws certainly helps the individual stay on an ethical path, no matter how complex the organizational situation is. Thus, the application of both compliance and integrity approach are important in the ethical conduct. Ethical infrastructure. A well-functioning infrastructure to ethics supports a public sector environment which encourages the high standard of behavior. Thus, each function and element is a separate, important building block, but individual elements should be complementary and mutually reinforcing. The elements interact to achieve the necessary synergy to become the coherent and integrated infrastructure. The main elements of ethical infrastructures can be explained as under. Guidance. Guidance relies more on leadership, personal responsibility, and showing by examples. Under the control concept, problems have one solution, whereas guidance sees no problem but dilemmas, and dilemmas can have several possible solutions. It is the job of public servants to find best one. Guidance is also affected by the following factors. 1. Strong commitment from leadership. 2. Statement of values and standard of conduct such as code of conduct. Then third, code of ethics. And finally, professional socialization through education, training, and counseling. Then it comes management. Another important block of ethical infrastructure is management. Many countries tend to lay emphasis on the approach of laying down the practices and policies and sees it to the ethical system of work on a routine basis. Management in the ethical infrastructure could be implemented by the following factors: fair and impartial selection, then promotion and remuneration, social respect, and finally, the effective central management agency to coordinate and to ensure the consistency in actions and integration into overall public administration. Then it is control. Control is essentially a regulatory dimension and a legal framework which assures independent investigation and prosecution in the public sector as well as full accountability, transparency, and scrutiny. Where rule exists, the control elements ensures that they are implemented. Control is also executed by the main factors which can be explained by as under effective legal framework promoting standard behavior of public officials, effective accountability mechanism like internal control and external audit, transparency mechanism, public involvement and scrutiny, independent public involvement and prosecution agencies, elements of ethical competency. The main elements of ethical competencies are commitment, knowledge, reasoning, action, and promotion. Indian ethos in management. Indian ethos has a very rich and old tradition which is having more than 3500 years old as against the modern management principles. Much of the ethos has been derived from the ancient Indian scriptures like Vedas, Upanishads, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita, Manusmriti, and Arthashastra, etc. The main Indian ethos has following prominent characteristics. Divinity of a human being is not merely a notion but a truth which can be experienced. Balance is the keynote of Indian thought, and we have synthesized and harmony between the dual concepts. The individual is in the central focus. Divine element in the individual is only a portion of the universe and is an element of universal and cosmic consciousness. Indian ethos lays greater emphasis on values, be it human or ethical. Indian ethos are based on Indian scripture and it provides eternal knowledge. It stipulates that all work is worthy and honorable. Indian ethos deals with two types of knowledge: knowledge of creation and knowledge of creator. Then it comes Indian work ethics. The main characteristics of Indian work ethics are that Indian work ethics focuses on the existence of the human beings as a truth. There is nothing more perfect than the supreme soul. Indian ethics focuses on the principle that if you are good, then the whole of the world will be good. Indian ethics are derived from the Bhagavad Gita, Puranas, and Upanishads. In accordance with the work ethics, one must successfully strive a balance between the spiritual values and secular values so that the even a rich person could lead a life of materialism and spirituality together. Indian ethos places greater emphasis on the values and ethics. Money is not a power, and in fact, knowledge, good health, and sound character impart the real power. Indian ethos places emphasis on the inner resources. Inner resources are much more powerful than the outer resources. Key Indian ethics. Even modern science has accepted that in the holistic universe, all the minds and matters are interconnected at the deeper level. The basic unity of the life cannot be broken. On the basis of this holistic vision, Indians have developed work ethics of life. We have developed the mental, managerial, and administrative all work has to be directed towards the single purpose. These Indian ethos are needed all over the world in the present business scenario so that the management of the business and industry could be done with efficiently and effectively all its affairs. Some of these Indian ethics can be understood as under Vedantic view of karma and Indian philosophy. It is said that karma is supreme. We should all perform the karma and leave the result on the Almighty. Karma is the manifestation of the divinity, and hence the karma must be pure, honest, and sincere. Indian philosophy also teaches us the manner to perform the work without having any attachment to the results, as the results do not fall under the jurisdiction of the doer. Such thinking and understanding will change the attitude of the doer. Self as the source of all power. Self is the microcosm of the God, and God is the source of power. Considering the motivations as internal, every human being has the same divine Atmas with the immense potentials within. Vedas brings the infinite Vedas brings the infinite expansion of the mind, breaks down all the barriers and brings the God in man. Motivation should be internal and not external. Such motivation involves the inner beauty and does not promote the greed in an individual to have more and more in return of his work. Welfare of all. Indian ethics have welfare orientation. Vedas teaches us to perform all the activities. It teaches us to serve the personal interest, but do not forget the others. Shankaracharya has also given the concept to gain the perfection in the individual life and also the welfare of the world, unique work culture. It is often said that the work is worship. Work is always considered as the worship or duty or sadhana, and there is no difference in the karma that is work and dharma that is religion. The term dharma does not indicate any particular religion. Dharma is the duty to be performed in any given situation. Thus, dharma is the possibly only with the karma. Skills in action and evenness of mind. Skill in action and evenness of the mind means undisturbed mind and skilled action that leads to the higher productivity. integrated human personality of self-developed managers can assure the best and compete the management of any enterprise involving the collective effort and work. It will help in achieving the perfection or excellence in the work. We shall achieve the peace, harmony, and prosperity without and within the internal. Means are equally important as the ends. It is not only ends that are important, but the means are more important in the organization. Work ethos and management. Work ethics and management goes side by side. A healthy work environment system has a healthy ethics, ethos, and values. Ethics is the branch of philosophy that addresses questions about the morality, that is, a concept such as good and evil, right or wrong, etc. Ethics can also be characterized as Indian rules of conduct recognized in the respect of particular class of human actions or a particular group or culture. The need of ethics in the business management uh, comes from many factors, and these factors can be explained as under. From internal customers' point of view, customers want business to follow ethical approach in their business operations. It improves the atmosphere and ambience at work and facilitate by motivating the employees. From external customers' point of view, external customers rate a company on the basis of ethical standards that it follows. It develops the public image of the company and also adds to the overall development of the ethical behavior of the company and in the society. There have been various discussions on the ethics, law, and morality. From the organization's point of view, there must not be transgress in the boundaries of the law. An employee may not always follow law sometimes. He must listen to his ethics, but not should always have the answer of breaking the laws. Thus, work ethics or work culture refers to the certain norms of behavior governing the conduct of workers involved in the work situations to achieve the certain desired objectives. Let me summarize the topic. Work ethics are very important for the success of the business and for increasing the productivity of the people at the workplace for any business organization. The work ethics and work ethos vary from one country to another and also from one organization to another organization. The work ethics plays a very significant role in increasing the efficiency of the business activities. Indian system of the business and management are based on the Indian values and traditions enshrined in or ancient scripture. Indian philosophy considers work as worship, and even the customers are treated as God. Work ethics have a very important place in the business organization. A well functioning infrastructure to ethics supports a public sector environment which encourages high standard of behavior. Thus, Each function and element is a separate, important building block, but individual elements should be complementary and mutually reinforcing. The elements the elements interact to achieve the necessary synergy to become the coherent and integrated infrastructure. India has a great tradition of ethical values and orientations in all its thought process and actions. Indian ethics and ethos has a very rich and old tradition which is more than of 3500 years as again the modern management which has given certain principles. Much of the ethos have been derived from the ancient Indian scriptures like the Vedas, Upanishads, Ramayanas, Mahabharatas, Bhagavad Gita, Manusmriti, and Arthashastras, etc. The ancient Indian ethos, which has stood the test of time, can help modern management principles to create a more sustainable model of management. Even the modern science has accepted that in the holistic universe, all the minds and matters are interconnected at the deeper level. The basic unity of the life cannot be broken. On the basis of this holistic vision, Indians have developed work ethics of life. We have developed the mental, managerial, and administrative all work has to be directed towards the single purpose. These Indian ethoses are needed all over the world in the present business scenario so that the management of the business and industry could done efficiently and effectively all its activities. Thank you.